What's up, guys? Welcome to another Music Gear Monday. Ableton Live 11 just came out, and it sucks.
Oh,
just kidding. Ableton Live is amazing. I got a chance to beta test it, and I wanted to post a ton of video earlier while I was testing it out, but there was a lot of things that I was unsure about, and a lot of cool, unique little features came to the Ableton Push, and that's what we're going to talk about today. What did it do to the Ableton Push 2? So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at some of the features, and we're going to get into it today on Music Gear Mondays. Real quick, shout out to everybody who's been joining in on Clubhouse. If you are on Clubhouse, give me a follow. I'll put in the link in the description below. Every Monday around 10 o'clock Mountain Time, we hop on, we talk about music gear, we talk about technology, music, anything that has to do with pushing the musical boundaries when it comes to musicianship, producers, music makers, and music enthusiasts. So hop on there, give us a follow, and let's chat. If you need an invite to Clubhouse, follow me on Instagram or follow me on Twitter, shoot me a DM, and I'll see what I could do for you, get you hooked up, and we'll keep the conversation rolling. All right, so let's talk about some of these new features that you're seeing in Ableton Live 11 on the push here. Visualizations for new devices. So what we're looking at here on our Ableton Push are things like this, like some of these things you're seeing in the wavetable, some of these different things you're seeing as far as these quirky little graphics that have been added. You're starting to see more of that. So when we hop into our Ableton Push here, now we see full waveforms. And we're able to actually tweak out, manipulate those waveforms inside of our push, which we've always been able to do, but not to the effect of a lot of the different interactive type of graphics that you're starting to see now. That's just one of the features that you're going to start to see in the Ableton Push 2. Fun little graphics on the LCD here. So something like this hybrid reverb is another one where we see these fun little graphics as far as types of reverb and what they can do. Like this guy's a little tidal wave. We've got a little pyramid for prisms, little shimmer, little diamond here for quartz sounds. So a lot of cool little icons and features being added. So that's just one of the things that you're going to start to see inside of the Ableton Push. When we look at some of the updates, key and scale sync. You've always been able to hop into your push and select a key and scale. So I can always hop in here and go to my instrument, go to scale, and I can pick a scale out of all the many scales that Ableton software offers. But now I can actually pick and save this scale to the track that I'm working on. That's cool. Polyphonic aftertouch. So this was actually a really big one that you saw in the video. They made a really big deal out of polyphonic aftertouch. There is some cool features. There's some cool things that you can do with it on the push. So underneath this instrument here, I have this wavetable synth pulled up. Under the MPE tab here, you could see these different functions here that you can actually set parameters for. These are the functions that you're going to be able to really manipulate with your push or Rolly C or whatever controller you're using that has MPE functionality. If you tap on the keys, you can actually see what that instrument is affecting here over on the side. You can actually set the limit for each one of those functions, which is kind of cool. So if you go to, these are the different things that you can mess around with on the push. You could mess with things like this pitch. So I could turn this pitch to hit at a certain velocity, and it will change based on the velocity. So if I barely tap, I'm getting a certain key, but if I really push down, I'm getting a higher key. So MIDI instrument is affecting and really go to town and manipulate a lot of these different parameters. So that's kind of the, you know, the basis of some of the MPE functionality, some of the aftertouch functionality. Velocity sensitivity is going to be found in a lot more instruments you're going to see coming up, and it's going to be found in a lot more of the presets that you're going to see with a lot of the Ableton instruments. Another feature that has came to the Ableton Push is having multiple macros. So you're up to 16 macros now. And what a macros knob is, so if we go into Ableton Live here, we look at this little area down here, you're able to add up to 16 macros here, and you can actually set these macros to pretty much anything. So that's another feature that has come to Live 11, but also being able to see all of these different macros on your Ableton Push now. That's a really dope feature to have. So let's look at some of the probability. Let's look at some of the probability features on the Ableton Push here. I have a hi-hat selected here. What we're gonna do is add that hi-hat. And so now you have a randomness option as well. So randomness, you can hear it shift and kind of a drop in the velocity. And you have this little drop down here that will allow you to manipulate the chance of those notes being played. So I can actually change how I want these notes to be played. Chance and probability feature here. And you can hear and that's a cool feature to have for just creativity as far as like creating drum patterns or different things like that. Being able to kind of randomly on the fly just come in here and get creative. So that's a pretty cool feature to have. I really like that randomness feature, especially with heavier drums. I could see that coming into handy. So those are all the features you're gonna start to see in Ableton Live for the Ableton Push. Ton of features rolled out, a ton of new instruments, a bunch of new effects, a bunch of new Max for Live effects. We'll do some more videos here in the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna link a ton of videos in the description below. That's gonna be the one-stop shop to go and check out all the new Ableton Live features. Make sure to follow on Clubhouse. If you're on Clubhouse, we're doing Music Gear Monday Talks every Monday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Hop on. If you need an invite to Clubhouse, make sure to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Drop me a DM. Anyway, hope you guys have a good week. That's Music Gear Monday. Peace.